and charms, but your grip has slowly tightened, and I should be more alarmed. But baby, I've been living in a paradise. It's awfully nice if you don't think twice. I've been living in a paradise ever since you made advances on me. Ever since you made advances on me. Ever since you made advances on me.
I am audible right now. Oh, there we go. Now, okay, so the audio bar seems to be working right now, but as soon as I change something, okay, yeah, okay, no, now it seems to work. Okay, hello, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Just having a look here at chats. There we go. Okay, Flux, I assume you can hear me considering you're saying hello. Yeah. I'm a little bit awkward with streaming, so you'll have to forgive me for that. So yeah, I'm just going to be playing a little bit of Not for Broadcast. Just gonna be generating a completely new save file for the September update. So we're just gonna be starting straight from scratch. Yeah, let's just call this one September underscore. No, wait, just update. There we go. So yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys make some choices as well with the gameplay. So let me know which ads I should be playing for day one.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, now I know.
Normally I would skip through Dave here, but also let me know if you can hear the game properly and if the audio levels are right.
It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Yeah, I'm
right,
looking at the
up
screen,
top,
Dave.
that coloured bar is your audience.
Yeah, okay, I know how this works. I'm literally just letting the Dave voice play just so you guys can tell me which ads I should be running for day one. Because normally I would be skipping through this because I know the game off by heart by now. In fact, this first broadcast I could probably do it. Well, I can definitely do it blindfolded. I've done it. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Nightbot is here. Nightbot should not be here. Hang on. I'll quickly get rid of him. I use him on my channel to test him for Miniature Nerd. So let me just quickly get rid of him. There we go. Okay, it's now leaving the channel. Alan James komt Bummel. I'm Bumley, I'm guessing. And something else. Okay, well, yeah, it's not really very very big in terms of decisions yet. So I hope you all have had a lovely day. I'm very awkward when it comes to streaming. I usually don't really know what to say, but I just kind of felt like doing a little bit of streaming tonight. Dave quit from chat. Yeah, Dave has left the chat. Also, Elon Musk, are you actually from the Not for Broadcast server? Because I'm not really Not really sure if you're from the Discord or whatever. I don't know.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen.
Thank you very much,
Overall
Flux.
hostile. Controversy as global mega corporation Remington Smith buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market.
I'm just gonna let Jeremy talk here for a bit.
Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hansmead wins Sports Personality of the Year.
Are the audio levels right and stuff? Like if I'm talking and Jeremy's talking, can you hear both of us properly?
About his new movie,
How was I introduced to Not for Broadcast? Yeah, Miniature Nerd played it on his channel, and I just like the second I saw it, like I used to do some live editing in college. Hi Jake, yeah, I loved it back then as well, just like doing it for real, and I really miss doing it. So when a game came along that let me do it just like that, just made me really happy. So I immediately jumped on it the second it became available in early access.
but first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for France. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest win
Adding Not
in
for
living
Broadcast
Advance
to
appeal
Teslas,
was
yeah.
up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics
Okay, cool.
accuse them
Good
of
to
a
know that
severe
the audio
lack of
levels are
actual
good.
policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming.
I'm literally just looking at the chat right now instead of at the game, because at this point I know this interference so well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, yeah.
Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the program, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the code.
Okay, I do need to look in order to see where the add buttons are. I really wish that they would be possible to like bind, because that would make it much easier to play it blindfolded. Obviously, it's supposed to be a challenge, but still.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Just heard a bit of a weird noise around my house, but probably fine. So there we go. I mean, A+, that's... this is probably the easiest one to get an A+ on. I really like the Alan James interview on day 8. Like that's probably my favorite segment, simply because I just know it so well in terms of like where to cut.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think you won't have anything to say.
He's standing in the way of the truth! I love Alan James, he's so good. Jonathan Hawkins just does an excellent job there. I suppose learning a broadcast must be a bit like learning a Hitman level. You just play the game enough and you know it off the back of your head. Kind of, but it's a little different because Hitman is very random. The NPCs have like very specific pathings that they walk, but like they can be diverted from it, and like Not for Broadcast doesn't really have any randomization. The interference is always the same, and the shots are always the same, obviously because it's pre-recorded. So like it's very different in terms of actual gameplay.
Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both stage and screen.
Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today.
In the
by none
tutorial,
other than
Dave says that you should cut to Blunderclatch there, but I usually cut to the white because he is usually still usually has an orange little light under him. So I try to stick with the green, and white is always green. Which is also a really useful tip for when you're actually trying to do this blindfolded, is that you can always safely cut to shot 2.
Well, as I
It's actually just whenever you need to go there, that's a good way. Unless you're already on it, of course. But then you just really need to cut to whichever person is talking at that point. So, like, for example, right now I'm talking and I'm not even really paying much attention to the game, but I still know how to cut just because of what I'm seeing and yeah, just basically knowing well enough how this broadcast works.
But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant.
Yeah, exactly. Camera 2 is a safe zone.
You'll remember that was a true story. You'll remember one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all.
I also came up with another one of these jokes for my like remixy videos where which once again involves blunderclaps. Yeah,
But I really am not.
he's really good for like cutting up and turning into little joke videos.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it towards, what is it then that drives?
It's a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you.
I always like getting this hand movement caught in camera 2. That's just so you can see her reaction as well as his motion.
That's how it feels, doesn't it? That's how it doesn't it? Bleeding, doesn't it? Giving, suffering, giving one's audience, suffering for one's audience. I suppose.
Yeah. Blunderclaps is such a memeable character. I really hope that we get him back in future episodes because it's just really fun.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months.
Oh,
What do you
going
make
on
of
with
this
this Russian.
historic election result?
Okay, I'm guessing that this
Now you're asking.
this Elon Musk account is actually Roman.
Indeed, historic is the word. Indeed, historic. Difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. Difficult, isn't it? I think I've always been quite clear when it comes to.
Thank you very much. I really love making those meme videos. So I'm very glad, Casimir, that you enjoy them.
Not fuck things up.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, well,
Sorry, I said fuck.
No.
I'm really
Well,
sorry.
Lawrence, I believe you brought in a clip from The Medicated, which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on.
I'd be delighted. This is a really pivotal scene where my character, Dr. Lods Hemlock, is facing.
So, like, I'm going to say exactly what the joke is in a minute during the movie clip.
Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
So, it's going to have to do with a joke that I quite liberally used back in the second video that I made.
I don't understand.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
Lawrence, we mustn't.
Why do I think what? Oh, that you're Roman. Just because of the Russian keyboard, really. At that point, just like I think her name was Hannah. Yeah, Hannah. Just Hannah getting slapped and then just hitting women is wrong. From Peachy King.
Drowning, Lance, she said. Drowning, Lance. No, it's all too late. Sterility. This is the key.
This interference bit is quite difficult so far in my blindfolded runs. Especially this little like thing here. It's really difficult to know exactly when to avoid it. And also just the little bit earlier because of that. Very difficult to find the perfect timing there. So, okay, so 3, 2, 1, and advert.
Where can you get warm, sandy
There we go, A+, nice.
clear waters and fine dung? Well, we're not sure, but here in Zimbabwe on the
I really
big hill and the bus comes twice daily. Visit picturesque St. Bromley this summer.
I always love just hearing the devs' voices in the game and just recognizing them. It's just like, yeah, this is definitely
Come and visit
Alex.
the abandoned spade factory. Your kids will love exploring the old production line in relative safety. Grab your tetanus shots and come down today. There's no gift shop, but feel free to grab an old handle from the skiff out the back. Or why not indulge your cultured side and visit some of our sites of historic interest, like the parish church, currently the subject of police investigation. The old
Some of
market,
these lines I know, but some
the
of these
cabbage,
I
or
don't quite
the hole.
have anymore. Hey, that's a nice hole. I absolutely
And
love
after a long
the
day
writing.
exploring Bromley, you can relax in comfort.
Yeah,
in
Bromley is
two
good.
communal tents. Or you could take
I think
advantage of our
Roman
famous
has just
nightlife.
many different
There's a
accounts
radio
that
in the cab, or on
they're
Fridays
using.
we gather to watch tramps fight. Come on, Harold, you scruffy old meth head. Only 85 minutes from the coast, and with more than 2
85
areas
minutes
of
from the
outstanding
coast.
natural interest. Isn't it time your family went Bromley way?
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's a liability the rest of the time.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this.
10 seconds, everybody.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julian
I actually
Johnson,
played this game on my
are proud to
phone
make
earlier
their
today
successful
because I used Steam Link to play it on my phone in my roommate's room.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming, and well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying son.
Oh, apparently I added it slightly too quickly there.
But you, the people, you saw right through their shit.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Makes me coarser than the ground is funny. Coarser than the ground.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating?
Need to do what at some point? Playing games on Steam Link.
A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things.
But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating. Except for the rich. Then the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks. I have an incredible talent for like memorizing stuff that I don't need to memorize, while also just completely not learning anything that's actually useful.
Every person with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their case.
I absolutely love Roger's performance here. Claire also does really well, but I feel like Roger kind of steals the show in
No
this
more
scene.
hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. I've got nowhere today. We revoked your passports. We revoked you on them back.
Have you ever actually had a look at what Jeremy and Megan have to say during this scene?
First, you're gonna pay
Because it's actually quite interesting just hearing them sort of like whispering while listening to
Turn
this.
this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the
Gonna
living standards
prepare
of us all.
the antenna already.
said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's
absolute fair shite.
So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
Oh crap.
ends today.
We are coming for your sports
Accidentally
cars and
hit the wrong combination of keys there.
Today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
And back to Jeremy.
Well, then, interesting acceptance speech there from and our apologies for the fruity language.
Now I'm hoping that I didn't just completely screw it up by accidentally over censoring Peter there.
So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
3,
Have a
2, 1, advert.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Send again tomorrow. Call times are on the board.
So, same old boring politics then?
This is some weird.
I always feel really attacked by this ad because I am actually kind of overweight, so I'm not fat, but you are.
Not going for a drink?
No, got a date.
Try not to get murdered.
Oh yeah, there we go. I screwed it up. Because I over censored, I accidentally turned from an A+ into an A. Yeah. Okay, this is where I dropped, and it says perfect censor. While here it's dull editing, and I didn't go down. But still, I got wow. Okay, I didn't know that if you didn't go A+, that you could still get an A+ on the total broadcast. So that's cool. So yeah, let's just move straight on here. So what do you guys hope will be in the September update? Like I'm guessing from the gifs they showed, it's going to be sort of like 50s themed. And I'm all for that. But like, what do you suppose it's going to be about? Like, obviously we don't have a trailer yet, and we'll probably get more more in-depth information once we get that. Well, you say you only need 2 A+, but I assume that if I completely messed up the third one, that it was going to like drop massively and be much would not be an A+. Upon starting a new job, you would be I'm just gonna try thinking about what they would like to do there. I'm gonna say be productive, not be social. Promise your colleague that you won't tell anyone. I'm just gonna sort of like go through these because so far I've not really noticed any real like consequences to these. As long as it's A, you get A overall. Also, the music is a little bit loud, so I don't know if that's like drowning me out at the moment. I don't know. Let's see. Leave work early. Stay late. Yeah. Just gonna quickly go through these because yeah, it doesn't really matter much. Okay, it is drowning me out a bit. In that case, I'm gonna... Oh, okay, I can't do anything right now. Hang on. Okay, that should massively have solved the issue. I just turned down the game massively in OBS. I'm gonna balance it out a bit more in-game in a second. There we go. Chris takes a deep breath. Okay, what do you guys say? Should I give Chris my passport or shouldn't I? Yeah. So should I give Chris it or should I not? Let me know what you think. Pay your taxes, Chris. That's usually how I feel as well. It's just like, me and my money will be safe. Chris is whatever you want them to be. Like, Chris could be a male or a female name or anything in between, really. So yeah, basically, like, If you decide Chris is a he, then it's a he, and if it's a she, it's a she. It's the same thing with Alex and with Sam. There's not many characters in these text-based things that are being gendered, and it's completely up to your own interpretation. Yeah, okay, there we go. Surely there's another way. Can't be that serious. It's against the law. I can't help. Not gonna give you. And there we go. Day 8. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn the game back up again. And then need to lower it a bit. No, see, like it's not a mystery, Roman, about the about Chris's gender. It's literally just it's whatever you want it to be. If you feel that Chris should be male, then you can say Chris is male. If you feel like it should be female, then it's female. And if you feel it's non-binary, you can say it's non-binary. It's literally whatever you want. So yeah, Alan James. I'm going to straight down the road. So I'm also going to do Advanced Go-Getters, and I'm also going to do Snugglehugs because I prefer Timmy Tatlock to.
No.
Actually, no. Let's have Chris doing a really difficult line.
That's the bastard.
Yeah, I wouldn't get one of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
I would love it if you could like. I remember from like the demo that there used to be like a switch here for blinds, so you can pull down the curtains. But I suppose for Snugglehugs it wouldn't really make sense to be able to close the
Good
blinds.
evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advanced...
Yeah, I like the ambiguity in Chris's gender as well. It's a really clever one.
Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading ecologist and radical...
I actually asked Alex if the main protagonist was called Alex after him, but no, it was just a convenient convenient gender-neutral name.
As their new CEO. The following photo, taken from
I've seen Fun Sophia way more often than I've seen Business Sophia, so I'm going to go with Business
becomes the
Sophia.
youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have
Let me know if
responded
the
favourably
audio
to
levels are
Sophia's
fine now, by
appointment,
the way,
with
because I've been
stocks
messing
rising
with
30
them.
points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas.
I might at some point also live stream some attempts with a blindfold on. But I'm not too sure about that yet because I don't have a camera, so I can't actually prove that I'm wearing a blindfold. Like it would literally just be me saying I'm wearing a blindfold, and you guys would just kind of have to believe me doing it.
The pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field.
Okay, good to know that the audio is good.
The sporting legend Johnny Hamston.
Let's see. Which one do I want? I'm going to completely ruin Hamsleeve's life because I don't like football and I'm vindictive like that. Hi Andy. Hi Andy. Hi. No, not yeah Andy.
I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner.
Sometimes I get the names sort of mixed up, so then, like mostly like Alex and Andy sometimes.
I'll be going live around the country.
There we go, Alex and Andy right there.
From every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right
Oh damn it! I actually meant to use the police line up there because that would have been a little bit more disrupt.
They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National News.
I'm used to this now being just like a tenth of the speed. Oh, I didn't know that you could do that through phone. Yeah, it does make sense that like a name like Chris would be very different in Russian.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds.
My father is named Chris, for example, so it's definitely also usable as a male name.
Author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering.
I'm going to try to make it so that Alan James is constantly looking into the camera.
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't. No. I think that Vance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book.
Alan James is right,
Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on
It's always so fun to try to keep up with his eyes.
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most
I really like this
destructive
segment.
threat
This is one of my
the world
favorites.
has faced since the last great war.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable. And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing...
There we go, that was a perfect cut.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier, and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire
I
generation.
just really love Jonathan's performance here. It's really, really good.
They're like psychic paedophiles.
He does sound very different in Lockdown
The Assets and Wealth
to
Act is only the first
to him
step.
here.
Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from
I love the
water,
visible
chemicals
frustration
they're
on his face
pumping
here.
it full
That's
of
just
belief juice.
Don't
They're
get me
pumping it
wrong,
full of
I want
belief
to
juice.
see changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan. What does the future look like to you, Alan?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating Law and Order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Let's see. Oh. Okay, just gonna be asking this again because
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
because there's apparently no answer. Like, what do you guys think will be in the September update? Like, I'm very excited to hear what you guys think. You poor sweet girl.
And I don't mean to shock
you, but you need to wake up. I'm Alan James.
And I'll slap you so hard with the truth, you'll still be picking facts out of your face the following Wednesday.
Alan James, coming to a city near you.
5, 4,
Dates and times.
Oh, yay.
In our second segment,
Can you hear me,
we're
Gregory?
taking a deep dive
Gregory Dutch, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Gregory?
Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this
In my
serious
first cut
social
of the
problem
video, I actually had this entire
Tonight,
intro in
we
it,
go
but like
behind
that
the
was
curtain.
just
That's
way
the
too
myth
long.
we
That
go behind the curtain
just
of
didn't
justice
add anything to the joke.
every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
That entire line just sounds really funny to me at this point.
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Can you hear me, Gregory?
Oh, we can barely keep up
I'm
with the
sorry,
market,
who is this now?
There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers.
I realized basically what I'm doing right now is just laughing at my own jokes, which is very, very good content, I'm guessing.
Timed up.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's. It never is it?
Just hang on. Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Thompson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry to interrupt the news.
I'm now focusing on the interference because this one is definitely difficult. Like, I'm really not looking forward to getting to the point where where I'm gonna be practicing that one for a blindfolded run. Like so far, I've only really practiced day 1. Which is a lot easier than day 8.
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cosh.
Especially the bit where the gimp comes out of the closet is a really difficult one in this one for blindfolded, because you're gonna have to move down this really difficult bit of interference while also censoring. I find that difficult even when I'm able to see.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Leviticus clearly states... a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear?
I've always believed it's not bad to laugh at your own jokes. What is bad is insisting that others should find your jokes funny. Yeah. Yeah, what's the point of making your own jokes if you don't laugh at them? Very good point. Yeah, absolutely.
Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Okay, I was only just on time there to avoid the interference.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
I've seen a lot of playthroughs of people trying to cut away from this. So this is like censor Clive coming out of the closet.
Clive,
But,
I'm not having this again. Clive, I'm not having this again. As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility
I
of the
always
criminal.
love this scene.
No one else.
It's so silly.
Look, everyone has a sob story.
Also, I think there might actually be some slight randomization on this next bit of interference, because I've seen situations where this one comes up from down, and so like going down here is not a good idea. But then I've also got this one where going down is a good idea.
It's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for...
And then Titwang Tony.
He's agreed to talk to us today.
Absolute brilliant bit.
Many happy returns, Tony.
Also, I believe that in one of the gifs that they shared of the new episodes has one of the barbershop quartet later, the Titwang, guys.
And obviously, Titwangs are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwang, Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison help to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Tits, wank,
Wank
Tony.
Tony.
I don't think it's as easy as that, Jace. I don't think it's as easy as that.
Okay, the game audio is drowning me out a bit. In that case, let's turn that down slightly.
I
There we
think
go.
asking that is an oversight.
Well, that should be fine now.
Sounds like it's
Let me know how it is.
busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on.
It's also quite a loud scene, this one, so it makes sense. Especially, but I mean, we've not really reached the really loud bit.
One sec, love. Tony's on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just got to sit up for it, you know.
Good.
It's inherently unjust. Inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking, Chris.
Okay, yeah. Now that I know that Mr. Fancy Hole is Andy, now I can suddenly see it. But let's see, because this guy right here, I think he's also in a GIF for the new episode. I might be wrong about that, but he's the guy holding the little the little hand puppets, I think.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we...
Las
seem to be losing the
Bolitas.
signal there, Tony.
Fucking way, Las Bolitas!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there, Ethan. Hopefully you...
It might be the return of the quartet. It seems sort of like a talent show or something in the GIFs. Like Patrick Bannon seems to be doing some sort of dance or maybe like a comedy routine or something. Then there's like a hand puppet. So like it seems like some sort of like 50s Silcox, Mark Silcox.
I can have you fired.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking of I have let's see, Hussein Al-Barawi, something like that. I'm probably mispronouncing that. I'm very sorry. And here we've got Jay in a lovely monotone voice.
Building the nation's future has never been so rewarding. With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than moving forward.
There's nothing better than
The
moving
advanced
forward.
Go-Getters. Forward.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome
Black. I'm Megan Wolf.
I'm also like extremely bad at editing the musical sections, especially Mr. Bear, but Peachy Keen is also not exactly my strong suit.
Secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley Hamilton.
We are Megan. We're overwhelmed to be honest.
And I believe you two sisters.
You hope this game gets a sequel. I would prefer the game just being finished first. Like I would love a sequel, but only after the game is actually finished.
Harry and I were shooting
Not for Broadcast 2 Electric Boogaloo. Let's not get too electric after lockdown.
Been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, you're the maths teacher, aren't you? Right, yes, you're the maths teacher.
Algebra, maths teacher. Maths is really important. Oh, thanks, Steve. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve.
The oldest art forms in history, Aristotle
I
believed.
just think when we
Not for Broadcast 3 Charlie working dad work not cleaner. What?
I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful.
Oh, okay, yeah, like Alex not being the cleaner.
And they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
I'm doing pretty poorly on this editing here. Making weird cuts back to Megan that I don't actually intend to do. Like she does have some excellent like responses, but like I'm not actually. I'm not actually meaning to cut to her. Also, I'm only half paying attention because I'm paying attention to the chat, and this isn't one of the ones that I've practiced with a blindfold, so I don't actually know it well enough probably to do it without paying attention. Oh, Charlie being the TV editor. Oh, right, yeah. I love how creepy Steve looks here.
Run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
He just looks so like creepy. It's really weird.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about Grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. The headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. I love that line. I love that line so much. That is just one of the best lines.
And next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what's funny? Because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political.
When I'm doing like a final blindfolded run, I'm definitely going to be playing the Snuggle Hugs ad, because Somerset Bentley is very similar to Timmy Tatlock, but Timmy Tatlock has a lot more. Well, it's a lot easier because you don't have to censor anything.
Hey, friendship. Hey,
Dear Diary. Dear Diary. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. I'm not sure I can take another day. Another day of tears.
Oh,
Another day
crap.
of fears.
Okay, I'm definitely not paying attention enough to the game right now.
Still I walk the corridors alone, dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Hi, Gary.
Oh, heavens no! It's Gary the Fist! Oh, heavens no!
Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year. Going somewhere, little first
Like as a former theater actor, this just really, I really love this entire scene. Like I can tell that they had a blast making this.
I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject.
Just being really cheesy. I had another one for one of my videos here, where it's like where he first goes, maths is really important, and then later, maths is for losers, and then just like superimposed on the screen, betrayed.
Why am I only truly happy when I'm eating? Why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's Rico. Brilliant, keep going. My arm's Rico. Brilliant, keep going. Who are you?
You not doing up to me. I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone. I love that.
These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
I'm making a lot of weird mistakes. It's quite odd.
I can't fight all three of you. I don't have any friends of my own. I don't have any friends of my own.
I'm really bad at the rhythm.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face.
Oh, I should turn down the music on the broadcast.
I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me. Or you could be me. Life can be cheeky. If you work as a team.
I'm tapping my my finger along as well, just to like get the cuts right, but it's really difficult.
Hey, listen up.
I won't take no bleep.
Who said middle class girls can't rap?
Bleep.
I ain't afraid of your cruel laugh. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, give some Gary the Fist.
People think looks like me probably shouldn't exist, but
But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I...
Okay, now I'm just randomly tapping buttons.
I grew up on a council estate.
You can also tell in my censored version of the song, even the editing there is just completely wrong, and I literally have complete control there on like when a certain shot shows up, but I'm still really bad at editing it. Gulp. Don't make me ask you again. Hitting women is wrong. I always love cutting to Charlotte there, just seeing her just nodding right at the camera. My hand is moving along about as much as Steve's. Just to get the rhythm right.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice. Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight.
I love how annoyed Jeremy just looks. Like Paul just has an amazing face for this role. It's he's just great for the role.
What's the literal fuck?
Where's my dinner? Bleep. My favorite one is I'm a mother bleeping rebel, but I still love bleep.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Alright, yeah, there we go. Okay, still A+. Quite a few mistakes. It's quite weird, I didn't make any mistakes in the first sequence. And that's an A. And then I do make mistakes in the second and third, but then that one is they're both A+. Let's see. I really want a real life Jeremy Bobbleson. That would just be the best. Like I'd like it better than a Funko Pop. I really like this this background track. Like this is my favorite one of Jace's work. Like just I'm Jet. It's great. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Whew, getting a little tired. Didn't sleep very well, so late nights. Yeah, that's what I had last night. Let's see. Chris has been evicted. Great. No, Charlie, you're not allowed to go out this late. I'm gonna check in on him. There we go. Okay, we have cleared the air. Nice. I mean, it is in the OST flux. That it's called Fat News. Let's see. Let's make a toast. Sam, let's try and enjoy. Sam's right. Let's try and enjoy yourself. I'm not going to like this. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try for Clearly Love Your Daughter More. Megan, because that like I don't know if I did the right thing with Charlie to get that, but that's one of my favorite endings. Hopefully this will make the last one Roman, do you mean that I would be able to see the chat inside of Not for Broadcast? let's see. Okay, so day 72, long weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna go to work because I believe that's going to help with clearly love your daughter more. Because I let her go on vacation, but I won't go on vacation with Sam. Youth club. No, I won't sign it because I clearly love my daughter more. That was actually the first ending I got when I played Lockdown, and it was just like I was really proud of that one as well because the ad, like the ad that they play for Lockdown, literally has like how do you get Megan to sing? Yeah, don't think so. Guys in that job, stay in and eat pizza. Now I really want pizza. Thanks, game. I'm very influenceable. Like if you mention foods to me that I like, I will probably just want to eat food. Let's see. We'll go with Neil's Deals, and let's not go for Remington's Fist because I've got this strange idea that their stock is going to plummet in a bit. So let's go with Pleasure Corp. I literally just picked Pleasure Corp there for the sake of liking the fact that Den does the Joy of Screws ad, which actually was in day one, which we didn't play, but still, I quite like that that advertisement. So I just enjoy like going for Pleasure Corp. Jesus, okay, I'm getting really like tired. Like every time I'm going it's just me being too tired to come up with something to say. Normally I would be doing a Miniature Nerd live stream at this time, so but live stream didn't end up happening today. There we go. Do we have? No. Oh no, actually that's the Joy of Screws. We've been very positive to advance so far, so let's check our prostate and Crazy Neil, right? Because I went for Crazy Neil, I think. Yeah, I did. So yeah.
Oh, how's it going with Steve? Why are all men such pricks?
How's it going with Steve? Could that actually be math is really important,
Sorry,
Steve?
are you saying he chose his imaginary
I mean, it's a very common name, but still.
I don't know why I talked to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
I like how pleased Jeremy looked with himself there when he
Good evening.
when he got called a prick.
I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm
What happened to the MNTN live stream? It just didn't end up happening. John has some sort of
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime
he has some
Ministers
NDA
Julia Salisbury and
thing.
Peter Clement.
I have no idea of what it actually is, and I'm not going to speculate just in case I accidentally get him into trouble. Like I do have an idea, but I'm not going to say just in case I'm right.
shall overcome.
But yeah, so he's got something that he's not allowed to talk about, so he can't stream tonight.
Announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
La Barth avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehogs.
Oh right,
and
yeah, that's true. I didn't
disappointing
advertise
sales turned out
Snugglehogs.
to be
Usually I do, but
as only 7 children horribly
it's
injured by
kind
the
of fun to
lethal toy.
hear
How much worse could it have been?
Alex play
Thankfully,
Wentworth.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment.
What is the strength, brother, in truth or in money?
For seeming to endorse the
I'm guessing that's some sort of
in
The
this
reference, but I don't get it.
taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
Fallen angel? Notorious addict Johnny Handsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its full glow these days,
I'm gonna
with
say
public
punching,
concern over his
fighting.
mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Since being banned from the national squad earlier this year after urinating on a referee during a friendly against East Finchley, things
I've
seem
never
to
seen
have
this
gone
one, I
from bad
think.
to worse for Hamsleeves.
No, I
This is
have.
once
I have.
celebrated role model about
I
to
just
become the
forgot.
bad boy of sport.
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when
Let's
it was
say
revealed
male
earlier
contraceptive
today,
pills.
though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal
What do you mean you want to hear me choose?
but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
There we go. Okay. So this is. It's been a long time since I've last played this one. I've been doing a little bit of beta testing for Alex, but that has never really got me this far through the game. And so it's quite a long time ago since I last played this part of the game.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably,
I'm noticing that, like, I've made choices that I usually don't make, so I'm sort of in uncharted territory for me here.
Major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people
Like, I've played
may
this
be
part of the
planning
game, but
some
it's
kind
been
of
ages since I last played.
Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at
Uncharted
all.
territory is
Our
always the
neighbours
best
are
territory.
whitewaters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
I really like Alex's performance
My
here.
goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Funny story, last time I beta tested for Alex, I had to remote into my PC
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody
to play the
place.
game. Ah,
Imagine that. Having all one
interesting.
squad in one room. One room, Robin.
One
So
boom
what will
wobbly.
you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think
I really hope that we get more Wentworth. I mean, there's no reason not to. Oh, crap.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the
The
right
white body question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Yes. I remember. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
I love how, like, she just says completely innocent things and you have to censor it anyway.
What can you do?
We will rise and rebel. Yes. We wage war on our revolting rulers.
You can already kind of see the writing on her chest there.
To address is to divest our breasts and an undress bear just protest.
Yes. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I would love more of Wentworth where he's just like,
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
just talking like that. It's quite funny.
Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's
She's proper cracked off too.
You are showing some shame.
Free at last!
Free at last! Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you. See, the
I love,
protest
like,
started
they're both
already.
smiling so very proudly. It's just like, thanks, Daddy.
That for me, you know.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here? We just want to be thudding well heard, that's all.
Language, Penelope.
We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want
Sorry,
the world to
Daddy.
realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well will. Stuff and pip pop.
Oh, shut up and get your mother.
Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes
I love how she just also just says protest.
right here in the studio, I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy.
But I've seen enough sharp work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a
Whew,
naked protest
okay, I might actually end the stream a little bit earlier than I planned, because I was actually planning on doing a full playthrough of all the available gameplay right now, but I'm noticing I'm getting really tired. So I might just call it after this broadcast.
Not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
I love how she seems slightly uncomfortable with that, that comment. Very realistic. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing sports boards before I call it a stream, but yeah, after that I'm gonna go.
The joy of screws is your key to a world of
I really like the music that Jay composed for this ad as well.
well-known and best-loved pieces of hardware with your copy of the joy of screws. Every week, you'll add another exclusive fastener to your collection, like the flathead self-flanging bump screw, the 4mm Hexaflex mushroom bolt,
the 4mm Hexaflex mushroom bolt,
roofing tack, and that's only the beginning. The pan Phillips slotted head washer washing nut, the M25 3mm finishing pin, the cast iron hexagonal fixing screw, and many more. Every week, alongside your ironmongery, you'll get this in-depth companion magazine, charting the highs and lows of DIY history. From the Canterbury nut shortage.
Yeah, I cannot just skip sports board. It's just the best. I just absolutely love that. Let's see. So we've had headlines. Somerset Bentley. So now there's
Start collecting today. With week 10 you'll receive this
sports boards.
The joy of screws, the only complete collection of real, authentic,
oh right, yeah, then there's also the Prime Minister's up to that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one because I'm really tired, so I'm just gonna do sports boards and then that's it.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy.
Okay, I'm not sure what
We're going
what
now
you
to
mean
our
there,
own
Roman,
Patrick
but
Bannon, who's reporting
okay.
live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship.
Hi, Myra. How are you doing?
I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an
Striker.
rating of K and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move the year,
Lucky hamster.
And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12
Oh hey, Jake, you're still here. You were quiet in chat, so I didn't remember that you were there.
Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part.
I quite like if in this scene when you're when you pay attention to Ellie Striker, she she tends to laugh quite a bit about what Patrick Bannon is saying.
Perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid.
Right, there we go. I'm very happy that this doesn't really require that much interesting editing, because it makes it a little less challenging, especially when I'm trying to like later do the blindfolded run.
Using his arm to pick up the ball.
I love that line, using his arm to pick up the ball. Yeah, no shit.
Harris. Back to Striker. For shot number 3.
All right.
She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
I'd say that's fair. But what do I know? Sometimes I also do this when I'm just playing on my own, just like just talking along with the video. Just some lines that I just picked that I just keep repeating.
But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Winter round 2 now with Harris.
Oh, there we go. We get the streakers. Oh, boob full in view. No. Okay, this is going to be the hardest part of the entire blindfolded run. It's just going to be knowing when to cut away. Like, I will have to actually just look at the footage from like a third perspective and just like maybe watch someone else's playthrough of it or something, and literally just like find some points where I need to cut to certain cameras.
Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that defensive thumb screw? We haven't seen that at the Heats. What a brilliant move.
I love as well just knowing that Patrick Bannon just is just ad-libbing most of this.
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery of this play here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course. I've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and several subjects.
I love how this guy is just constantly trying to put the headband on, but it just keeps going wrong.
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. Do our best to shield you from having to look directly at him. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance, to be fair. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face, security's on it, and the bucket's been knocked over!
I love as well how Tommy Harris is just like also just smiling here, just minutes away from breaking.
Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
I love Ellie's dance moves here as well. And I think Tommy just kind of breaks here as well when the headband goes on. Yeah.
And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads.
But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Not bad.
I also love that the Remington's Fist thing. It says "you but poorer."
She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around.
Yeah, the smile is just really funny.
What I wouldn't give to be that ball, I'm alright, ladies. What I wouldn't give to be that ball, I'm alright, ladies. Tommy Harris.
You can also see her face just twisting up here, just like trying not to laugh.
Arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker.
I always like looking at Ellie's face here, just because she just breaks really quickly.
Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles.
When I first played, I actually thought that the fact that Ellie's shirt is dirty was because she was like having boob sweat. But it's literally just that that she gets sprayed with water at some point, and they were on like the 7th take or something. So her shirt was absolutely drenched at that point.
Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess.
Oh.
I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, it's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they?
There we go.
I'll
Safe
try and
shot.
carry on. The players trying to
This is
carry on.
going to be really difficult when I try to do it blindfolded.
These protesters hoping to get them taken
It's
off
a
the
real
pitch.
shame that that Steam won't allow this scene to be uncensored.
Bloody wasters, absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! Jog on! It's an absolute bloody...
Absolute bloody.
Okay, and now we're going to go into the final
Mime
round.
round.
And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it?
Just 2.5 more minutes and then I can start getting ready for bed.
Nice smashing shot there from Harris, who really could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Really high level play here from two active giants of the sport.
Fingernail.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me.
I don't know if Patrick Bannon has said Tommy Harris having a bit of beef at this point, but Ellie seems to break at that point as well.
And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg, and now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on from Striker, but she's in it to win it.
On it, like a car bonnet.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef.
There we go. There. She's laughing.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with potassium. And it's
And the banana is the ball.
What a fantastic
move. I love how he says, what a fantastic move, but still somehow he loses. It was basically because Patrick Bannon messed up, but it's because it's sports board, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really matter.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is...
Oh crap.
Everyone!
Yay!
Once again, a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to take their medals. They're 6th and 7th and 7th.
Which last move? The banana was the ball thing. Do you mean that?
What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I always have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports ball,
Ow.
Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages. That's coming up.
Oh, I didn't have the button ready.
Shot me. What? Fucking microphone just shot me. Where's that sound guy?
Alright, let's see. Oh, hey, I just realized I didn't even do this, I didn't even do this on purpose, but like first, earlier, like after the advance thing, I had an advance tape. And in this case now, after Sportsport, I've got Johnny Hemsleeves, no, wait, no, not Johnny Hemsleeves, Tommy the Fingernail Harris. Okay, just gonna let this timer run out, and then after that I'm going to assume that the save has been made. And with that I'm going to call it a stream. I'm probably gonna return to this after a while. But for now, this has been my little live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Was just a little bit impromptu. Just generate this little save file, as I said before, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll pick this up again later, but for now I'm just too tired to keep going. I was actually planning on keeping this going for the entire game, but yeah, just a little bit too tired for now. So hope you'll be there next time as well. Yeah, I don't really know how to close this one off, so I'm just going to be ripping off John's outro and just say, I think you get the point. I've been Thomas. This has been Typically Thomas. And this has been Not for Broadcast. Thank you very much, and goodbye.